Leslie,
Hi.
what's going on?
I'm just living life, apparently.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I was literally like, what?
So, for everybody who doesn't know, I sent Questy the link to join me to go live, and as soon as I saw her face, I hit live. So she was like, "What? What's happening?" Anyway, we went live without her knowing.
I wasn't ready.
So tell me everything, Questley. What's going on in your life?
I feel like I just work a lot, like all the time,
Mm-hmm,
like every day.
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm,
Sometimes I feel like I live in this building. I mean, I guess it's like not a bad thing though.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I like my job.
I never feel that way.
Although I'm super upset. It's like literally snowing outside right now.
It's kind of snowing. It's sort of snowing. I would say that.
Okay, well, it's cold.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
don't like it. I feel like we were bamboozled last week.
No, this is just second winter or third winter or
I don't appreciate it.
winter at this point. I don't know. Whatever winter it is, it's that winter.
I don't appreciate it.
Hi, Hunter and Kyler. So good to see you.
Oh, look at that.
I know, right?
Hello, hey.
Hello, hey. All right, Quest. So, I'm really liking the blue today. I'm feeling it.
I know. You're all like opa'd out today.
Mm, mm, mm.
Is this our first live with your office being in that direction? No, this is your second one.
Yeah, we made macaroni and cheese this direction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was a big live. Everybody loved it.
It was.
It was well received. It was well eaten. It was a good live.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I need to get me one of those ovens at home.
Yeah, you do. That would be perfect for you.
Right? Anyway.
Okay, Questley, I did something this weekend.
What'd you do?
I watched a movie.
I don't like where this goes. I don't. I never like where these go. Because you never finish movies. You don't like movies, so why did you watch one?
Listen, I finished it, and I will tell you this. Not only did I finish the movie, now it's really snowing. At about 3/4 of the way through the movie, I was standing up in front of my TV with so much stress and anxiety watching this movie because it was so suspenseful that I could not sit. I had to stand.
You had to stand during the movie, like at home.
Yeah, I didn't go to a movie theater. Nobody does that. That's disgusting. Okay. No, I was at home. I was snuggled up on my couch watching a little movie, living my best life. I had dinner while I was watching,
From an air fryer.
I was just enjoying my time with me.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so nice.
I know, it was great. And then the movie got so suspenseful that I had to stand up.
What movie was it?
Pacing. My anxiety was through the roof about what was going to happen in this movie. I was dying.
It had to be a good movie then.
It was very well done. And
I also watched a movie this weekend, but that'd be funny if it was the same one. But go ahead.
Mine's old. It was from 2013.
Oh.
So it's not. But the thing about it was, here's the thing. I don't really like movies, but I will say that I am a much more connoisseur of suspense movies.
Suspense movies.
Yeah.
I like suspense movies, as long as they're not like scary suspense movies, but nonetheless.
It had Halle Berry in it. Let me just tell you, I forgot how much I loved
her. In 2013? What movie was that?
It was delightful, and I literally forgot how much I loved her.
Halle Berry. 2013. It's not Catwoman. I know that.
No, I would never. No.
You couldn't. It's not.
I mean, I was going to say you couldn't pay me to watch that, but then I changed my mind. You could pay me to watch that.
What movie was Halle Berry in 2013? Why can't I get this together?
It also had Abigail Breslin, Michael Eklund, Morris Chestnut, Michael Imperioli,
I love Morris Chestnut.
Justina Mikado, and David Atunga. From 2013. The budget was $13 million to make it.
You have to tell me. I don't know.
It's called The Call.
Oh, The Call. That was such a good movie.
It was so good.
That was your first time watching it?
Yeah, I don't watch many movies.
I know, but that was a really good movie when it came out.
It was a really good movie still. It wasn't.
It's a really good movie still. You're right.
9 years later, it's still a good movie. It made me think, though. Here's what it made me think about. Where's Halle Berry?
Like today, right now?
Yeah, like where's where did she? What is she? What like?
She's living off her spoils. She's living off her, the money she's made.
Like she used to be everywhere, and now I'm like, is she just like? Where is she?
I mean, me personally, I think she's a great actress. I just don't think that she's like top dog anymore.
Okay, but like, where is she?
I don't know.
Okay,
she's probably just living off her spoils, living her life, raising her kids. If she has kids, I forgot she has kids.
I am Googling. I'm going to see what the Wikipedia has to say.
Oh, of course you're Googling.
Oh, she looked great. Okay. I see her. Okay, all right. Here's what it says. In recent years, she has done, in 2017, she did 3 movies. Kingsman, The Golden Circle, Kings, and Kidnapped. Apparently she likes K-word movies. 2019, she did...
Or C.
Right. In 2020, she did Bruised. I don't know what that is. 2022, Moonfall. Don't know what that is. And an undated movie that's still to come out, The Mothership.
Why do these all sound like B-list movies?
They sound like sci-fi things to me, and I'm like, I'm out.
Also, that too. She started diving into a little bit more sci-fi stuff, which I mean, I get. She's just trying something. Maybe she's trying her hand at some different acting.
Oh my gosh, she was like all the rage in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, she's not really top dog anymore. She's not doing anything that no actress is not doing now.
Wow. Anyway, so I watched that and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm so glad. Brandon has a movie that he watched that he enjoyed.
I was gonna text you and tell you about it, but I know that when you and I get texts from each other, sometimes we're both like, "Oh no, what's happening?"
I know. I literally, and it's so bad. I really wish it wasn't like that. But when your name pops up, I'm just like, "Oh, what happened?"
Yep. I also over the weekend because I spent a fair amount of time working, but I also was able to go home early on Friday night and Saturday.
Yes.
Early for me is like 8 p.m. Let's just be clear. Like that's anytime I'm home before 9 p.m. I call it a beautiful day.
Okay, so then last week, a couple days, I got off pretty, not even early. It was like 5 o'clock. Like, whoo.
Because it was spring break.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah. I also watched a documentary over the weekend.
What?
Which I will tell you.
Who are you?
I'm more likely to watch documentaries than real movies. I enjoy documentaries a lot.
Yeah, I like documentaries. But like you, like, really?
Look, I did some shaving. I'm watching movies. I am a whole new man. I am a brand new $2 man. Anyway, I don't know what that meant either. So, so I watched a documentary called Bad Vegan, and it's about this lady who opens. It was called Pure Food and Wine in New York.
Oh yeah. And she's like, it's like a whole scandal thing, isn't it? She's not really a vegan.
No, she's really a vegan. But let me just tell you.
But I know what you're talking about though.
Questley.
What? I haven't seen it yet.
It was delightful.
Was it?
So much so that I watched. I think it's 4 episodes. It's like a 4-part documentary, and it probably could have been 3. Between me and you, they could have cut 1 hour of that.
You know, that's how they're like making the docuseries now. They're like making them like 4 episodes. You're like, you really could have just put all this.
Yeah, you could have just trimmed this right down.
Yeah.
And moved on. Anyway, after I finished watching all 4 episodes, because I don't like movies, but apparently I'll sit for 4 hours and watch a documentary.
I know, aren't docuseries like 45 minutes per episode? Like,
we can't judge me, Quest. We just have to go.
But you can't sit and watch a movie, weirdo.
Anyway, after it was over, I literally sat on my phone and Googled this lady and learned even more about her, and like delved into the case more, and like wanted to know where she's at now, and like, because it was interesting. And
okay, so what's the premise? So she opens this vegan shop.
She opens this place. It's called Pure Food and Wine, and when it's doing all right, but her partner and her split, and the partner sort of sells everything to her, and then she needs some financial help, so she gets a loan from a business guy who's great. And in the meantime, she starts sort of like dating this guy who, spoiler alert, he's not a good guy. So like he ends up sort of like manipulating the situation and like gaslighting her, and over the course of the 4 or 5 years that they're together, he steals like $1.7 million from her, but he doesn't really steal it. He like talks her into giving her money because it's like her way to show that she's like invested and real and whatnot. The mailman is here. Hello. So it's just been like it was really weird. And then he gets like involved with her mom, and her mom gives him like $400,000. Like, it's like mind blowing. It's literally like, what is? But then at the end, some doubt come in, as if maybe the lady was involved the whole time.
But like, why would she be involved?
Well, because she was siphoning money from her business to him, and they were like traveling, but she says they were traveling, because he was like, you've got to go to Denmark or whatever. And like, but she's pretty smart. Like, how did she not know that giving him $1.7 million was wrong?
Right.
So like, she frauded her investors. It was this whole thing. And she ended up going to Rikers for 4.5 months. That's all, just 4.5 months. I shouldn't say that's all. That sounds terrible in general, but only for 4.5 months. And he was in jail for 4 years, and now they're both out. And so she's like starting to talk about opening another place like it again. And I'm like, she knew more than I think she's leading on.
Yeah, that, and it's gonna be really hard for her to open up another place again.
Like, who's going to invest in that again and be like, sure, take my money, no problemo.
Right. Like, no, banks won't even trust her. Like, what?
Right. So anyway, that was with my free time this weekend, which was oddly, as much as I feel like I was at work, like you said, for 17 days straight, but I also found time to watch some movies, and it was great. So
I'm proud of you.
And then I Instacarted some groceries because there's no way I'm going to the grocery store. Just being honest.
I will say Instacart has changed my life.
Amen. I don't know how people live without it. I literally have no idea.
Although every now and then I still don't like people touching my groceries, so I still go and grocery shop.
Nah, touch. I'd say anything you want to touch, you touch.
That, and just like the substitutions. So like sometimes they substitute things.
Yeah, but you can like tell them yes or no on your phone. You go, no, thank you. Try this one. Or no, I don't want that. Just refund.
I do like the Walmart one.
I've never done Walmart. I always do Instacart with Smith's, and it's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I forgot who was telling me about. Was it you who was telling me about Smith's?
I don't know.
somebody was telling me that I should try Smith's because I didn't like how it was somebody. So I was talking to somebody and they were like, you should try Smith's because when they give you a choice. And I was like, wait, what? I didn't even get a choice. They just substitute my stuff or they don't get it at all.
No, at Smith's you get a choice. And like to the point where if they don't have anything you want to substitute it with, you just ask for a refund and they just refund you for that. Yeah.
I have to shop at Smith's more.
Yeah. Also, if you are a shopper at Smith's, you should also sign up for inspiring donations and make your charity of choice on Pitch Performing Arts. I mean, just while we're here, we might as well plug that a little. So, did you watch anything good this weekend? What did you do?
I watched Death on the Nile.
Okay, you want to know a secret?
No. Because if you're going to ruin it, then no. Because if you're going to tell me that you watched it and you only watched like 30 seconds of it, then no. If you're going to tell me that you didn't like the cast, then no. If you're going to tell me that, no, Brandon, just no.
So
Stop it, Tiffany.
Instead of, I was going to watch that.
I know, but he's not. Brandon?
I was going to watch that instead of The Call with Halle Berry. And I watched the first 3 minutes and I was like, what is wrong with this movie? This is why I don't like movies, and turned it off.
See, I told you if you didn't watch the whole thing. Okay, let me tell you this, okay? First and foremost, the one chick who plays one of the females, she looks scary like Margot Robbie. Like spitting like twins. I literally thought the whole time it was her. Not her at all. But it looks just like her. Also, the twist in it was kind of like predictable / not predictable.
So there wasn't a murder on the Orient. It was, or in the Nile. It was a murder.
Oh yeah. Also, I don't really like the title of the movie either, because the title of the movie was Death on the Nile, like death, like, but like you hear the word death on the Nile, so then you think what?
That somebody's going to die while they're on the Nile.
Exactly. Like you think that someone is going to die, right?
Yeah.
I think they meant death on the Nile as in like it's like as a whole, death is just happening. Just death is happening. Because it leads you to think that it's just someone. When in actuality, spoiler alert, it's more than one death.
One?
Yes, more than one death. So I liked the movie, but at the same time, I kind of think it was kind of unnecessarily slow. But at the same time, now, like going back and thinking about the movie again, if I watch it again, there are probably little like Easter eggs that I didn't really pick up that I probably would not.
Why do I have to watch a movie twice to like it?
No, not to like it. Just like the Easter eggs that they hid that took so long to like.
You're literally describing why I don't like movies. You are literally telling exactly the reason why.
Which is understandable, because I mean, I'm the kind of person that will literally watch the same movie over and over again for no reason. And well, there's a reason, but like I like watching the same movies over and over again sometimes because it gives me like nostalgia, or I remember like how good I liked the actors or the storyline, or like the one movie I watch when I'm super sick and I can't go anywhere. I watched Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley version, I think 2008, 2009, something like that. I watched that over and over again. What else do I like? I also like to watch the two movies that give me crazy childhood nostalgia. Don't judge me. My childhood was very, very, what's the word? I was a mature child.
What happened? Why are you not mature now?
I'm more grown up than you. No, but the two movies that I watch that give me childhood nostalgia is Oscar with Sylvester Stallone And I can't believe you've never seen that movie. It's actually really funny. It's a really, really funny movie. That one, and that was also in the 90s, and The Crucible.
Deep.
I told you I was a very mature child. My mom let us watch like all types of arrays of movies and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It was something about that movie that I really loved, besides the fact that the acting was super deep, just knowing that they were actors. Like, just, I don't know. It was just something about the movie that I really was just like, wow, these actors are really not giving up.
Back when I was, in high school, growing up into college eras, the movie that I sometimes would watch over and over again was Titanic. I know. But the reason was because back then in the day, you had to have a VCR, right? Like,
yeah, of course, yeah.
It was a two tape.
The two tapes, yeah.
And if you wanted to watch a love story that was romantic, you watched the first tape. And if you wanted to watch like an action thriller, you watched the second tape.
Watch the second tape, right?
You don't have to watch them both. You could just enjoy one story or the other. So that's what I did.
Tiffany, I can't believe you didn't hear this story. First and foremost, can I please point out, that's really hot, BT Dubs, you can push it back. I like to point out that I think it's funny how your favorite things and the things that you enjoy about movies are the ones that are literally the longest, but you can't sit through a normal movie. I don't understand that. He says that the one movie that he watches over and over again is Titanic.
When I was younger.
When he was younger.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Wait, I'm going to take my ear thing out. It surprises me because I'm like, you don't like it. You don't. But you watch the longest. Wasn't that like 4 hours long or something?
That's why I only watch one tape. You literally are like, oh, I feel like a romantic comedy today. And you watch a romantic comedy. Or, oh, I feel like a disaster movie, so I'm going to watch this giant ship sink. I had to really work on saying those words correctly so I didn't swear. I just want to be really clear. Like, I was like, ooh, enunciation, my friend. You're muted, Questley. Questley, you're muted. You muted yourself.
I'm unmuted.
Okay. Also, while Tiffany's here, can we take a moment and talk about our amazing hair?
Hey,
look,
I
all
just
the
got
layers.
some layers and some bangs that I did myself.
Layers and bangs and a little bit of pink.
A little bit. You can't see it in this light,
No.
but yeah.
She's super stylish, people.
Tiffany, do you have a go-to movie when you're like ready to watch something you love?
Like an emotional comfort movie?
Sure. I don't care.
Oh, You've Got Mail
Really?
all the time. And Austen Land.
I don't know that at all.
Me and Tiffany are Jane Austen lovers.
Yeah.
We do love some Jane Austen.
I
I tell them I watch Pride and Prejudice when I'm sick.
Yeah. I rewatch the Harry Potter movies a lot.
Yeah.
I do that.
But who doesn't? If you don't, you're weird. I don't
And
trust
About
you.
Time
I
and
don't
Jurassic Park.
Quite the eclectic version of things there.
What? Oh, and
Listen,
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, I think, is a perfect movie, beginning to end. There are no flaws.
None?
Not even the CGI. The
None.
CGI is perfection.
That's weird.
I told him mine is Pride and Prejudice when I'm really, really sick. And then the two like nostalgia movies for me is Oscar with Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
Sylvester
Stallone.
Can't ever say his last name. It's Sylvester, and then I can't do it, the two S's. Anyway, from the 90s. And then The Crucible.
Oh, interesting.
I know. Divergent is so good, Hunter. Yes. You've never seen any of the Divergent movies? Allegiant, none of it?
The last one is just basically Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Hey, what?
It's the same plot, just in a dystopian setting.
What?
I like chocolate.
There's actually no chocolate involved because dystopia, but like,
I've never
there's a
heard
glass
of that.
elevator and everything.
I've never heard of that.
That
That's
sounds
funny. Now I'm gonna watch it again.
Just with that mindset, and be like, oh wait, it does add up.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Divergent is. Like, I have no idea what we're even talking about.
Have you read the books before?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna let you borrow my books. Let me tell you something.
Well, if you think I don't like watching movies, let me tell you how much I love reading.
Do you really not like reading books?
No, there is not a chance in this side of Hades town that I am going to be reading a book in any time soon. Like, I can barely even stand reading scripts, and I have to do that enough.
Okay, so what's the last book that you've read?
Chasing California by Annie Jakes. You
That's
can get it on Amazon if you're still looking. It's a great book, and the sequel's coming out next summer.
okay, but like, didn't you read that like forever ago?
Yeah. Do you want to know the last book I read before that was?
What?
Harry Potter when it came out originally. You're not going to book shame me here. It's not going to happen.
I'm not book shaming you. I'm just like hurting for you
Why?
because books are so lovely.
I've heard they take you away to places you've never been.
They take you away.
I will say that during the pandemic, when we were stuck at home,
Yeah.
I did do a bunch of audiobooks, but most of them were like Disneyland management style books, like learning more about like the way they run their parks and the history of their parks and things like that, because that's interesting to me.
Hey, it's yeah.
That's why I like documentaries, because I really like to learn about things. Like, I'm a very like, ooh, I want to know more. Tell me more.
Right.
So, and hi Sarah. I will say that Halle Berry's movie The Call, which is centers around a 911, she's a 911 phone operator.
Yeah.
It made me go, I kind of want to be a 911 operator.
Why?
It just sounds like a really amazing job.
It sounds stressful.
I'm in.
No, you're not. You're not in.
Yeah, I would do it.
You would not.
Yeah, I would. I totally would.
You would not. You would not. You would not. You know what? If you were working in a 911 center, I probably wouldn't call 911.
That's the rudest thing you've ever said in your whole entire life. I told Stacy about this, and I said, confession time, I have always wanted to be a 911 operator. And she goes, you'd be great at that. That's what a friend would say in that moment instead of, I'd never call 911. That's ridiculous.
Stacy's the nice friend. Myself, listen, out of all the things that you do to me on a daily basis, I'd probably call in and I'd probably get Brandon and he'd be like, so are you sure though? Like, you want to look again? Are you sure?
That's
Yeah,
blood.
he'd be so mean to me.
I feel like it would go either of those ways for him. It'd be depending on his mood that day. And then,
You see?
But I also have always wanted to kind of always wanted to be a 911 dispatch. I think it's fascinating. Sometimes I look up 911 calls to read through them because I think they're fascinating.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm doing it, Quest, just because you say I can't. I'm going to prove you
I
wrong.
didn't say that you couldn't. I said I would not call you. I would not call you.
So in the middle of, so
I'm
let's just
operator.
pretend. No, let's just pretend for a brief moment, Questley.
Like when I don't know what to do next.
Yes, you. He'd hear Questley and he'd be like, she's fine. Don't send anybody over. What?
So, Questley, let's just pretend. Let's do it with acting. You're an actor. Let's act a little. Let's pretend.
Wait, I need a script. I'm not in the cover. I need a
script. An order of new scripts for next year. Anyway, let's pretend that you're in a car accident. And Brandon is working 911 shift that day. And you have to call 911 or you're going to just stay in that car forever. What are you going to do?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to stay in the car because I can't get out yet. If I can't get out, if I'm still in the car,
Yeah, the only way to get out is by calling Brandon at 911. That's literally it. You're stuck there for the rest of your life if you don't call me.
the rest of my life is probably not going to last very long if I just ended up in a car accident.
No, it's going to be slow and methodically painful, starving death because you just need the jaws of life. I'm making the story up as we go.
Well, somebody start praying, because pray that the Lord takes me away real fast. Pray that I get to see the
Wesley, if you called me in a 911 sitch, I would be like your best scenario. I would be the guy that was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to A, we're going to B, we're going to C. And then when you went, I don't think so, I'd be like, well, then you don't really need help. Get off the line.
See what I'm saying? It would be a whole conversation when it doesn't need to be.
You just got to follow directions, which
I follow directions very well.
No.
I
No.
do. I follow
No.
directions very
No.
well.
No, I'd answer the phone 911 and you'd be like, ooh, can you transfer me to somebody else?
Mm-hmm. I would. I'd be like, can I speak to another operator, please?
Can I have your manager, please?
Who's your supervisor?
That's funny.
Full Karen today because I can't take it.
I don't got time for you. So moving on. Anyway.
But that's cool that you want to be a 911 operator. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't know that I want to. That's probably an overstatement. Listen, I'm old. Ay.
You're not old.
I am like twice as old as you.
No, you're not.
Okay. I act twice as old as you. Sometimes. Oh, that was good. Did you hear that?
You like shocked yourself. You're like, oh.
I should take voice lessons.
Why, thank you, Sarah. I am most definitely furthest from being a Karen. Wow.
Furthest?
I am the furthest from ever being a Karen.
Furthest from, like, who's in the running?
What do you mean, who's in the running? Listen, I might not be a Karen, but don't make me pull out Felicia. Those are two different people. They play two different games. They have two different goals, two different things that they are trying to accomplish.
Okay.
Karen, on one hand, wants superiority. Felicia wants equality. And she wants it done right. Do it correct. Do it correctly. And I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to just give the energy that you give me. That's what Felicia's all about. She will give the same energy. You throw attitude, then she going to throw attitude. You call for the supervisor, she going to call for the supervisor. We going to do the same thing. But Karen, she don't do all that. She just wants superiority. She won't make somebody feel like a bug. I'm not trying to do all that. I just want you to feel the way I'm feeling. That's it.
Oh, okay. I can't say anything to that. Like, there's literally nothing I can say to that. And I can't. I have to just let that go. Whew. Anyway.
There's a huge difference. Like, people don't understand the difference.
I didn't know until now. I have now been educated.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I have learned something new today.
Yes.
Let it be said, let it be written. 3:42 p.m.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to some store and like flip out and ask for a manager. I'm just gonna deal with it with the person that I'm, standing in front of currently because it's their job, right? They were hired. But then again, I don't really make a fuss in stores and stuff and restaurants. I don't really make a fuss. It's not that big a deal. It's really not. I'll just go sew my own dress or something. Make my own food. You know what I'm saying? Why are we stressing so much?
I think this is a good example of everyone just stay in your lane. Do your thing.
Amen. Stay in your lane, people. Stay. Listen now, Karen. She'll tell you that she has the right to be in your lane, her lane, and everybody else's lane on the street. Okay. Felicia's gonna tell you, come over here in this lane, and you gonna get everything that comes with this lane. And if you can't deal with it, then go on back over there, all the way over to the right, where you can go about 70% below the speed limit. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't take it over here in the fast lane, stay over there.
Which leads me to the point of today's private lunch. The whole conversation has been leading up to this moment. Questley, I would like to have a discussion about how there are terrible drivers in the state, because let me just say, when you get onto a freeway, like you get onto the on-ramp,
I'm ready for this conversation. I get heated. Oh, Lord. Okay, go ahead.
the point of the on-ramp is to speed up to the speed of the other cars on the freeway. It is not to drive 20 or 30 miles under the speed limit and make everyone else slow down to let you in.
Because no one's going to slow down on the freeway. No one's going to do it. You can't. We're all going too fast. We're going 25 miles per hour, Karen. Everyone else is still going 70, 80 miles per hour. Do you know how dangerous that is, or how bad the accident would be if a car going 70, 80 miles per hour, and if they're speeding 90 miles per hour, who gets head on with a 25 mile per hour car?
Okay.
You're gone.
Questley.
Yeah.
Probably driving 90 miles an hour should never happen. I just want to put that out there. Spoiler, safety alert, do not drive 90 miles an hour, first of all. Number two.
I'm supposed to do that. I just said people do it.
You said doo-doo.
Or like Granny's, you guys gotta...
One time I drove next to Questley on the freeway.
When?
Oh
my gosh. Do you remember that day when we were both literally, it was random. It was like a Sunday.
Yep.
Going towards Salt Lake.
Yeah, and I was like, oh crap, now Questley's seen me.
911.
I will say that Questley was driving very fast.
I was not.
You passed me and I'm sure I was speeding. So,
no.
yeah.
I was definitely not.
Don't make me get the manager, okay? Because you were. All right.
Oh, we call it managers now.
Yeah, hold on.
We're calling managers now.
Tiffany, you're needed on the line. Tiffany, we need you on the line. Manager has been called.
Did I just get a promotion?
Go ahead, call your manager, because I'm gonna tell your manager exactly what happened, and I'll be okay. I'm gonna be all right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So this is what happened, Tiffany. I'm the one that doesn't let the customer speak at all. But I'm telling the story. You called the manager. I'm telling the story. Unless you want to try this again, then you can tell the story.
All right, Questley, I think it's time for us to get back to work. This has been a delight, a joy, an absolute pleasure spending this time with you. I feel like I never get to see you anymore, but Tuesdays at 3 p.m.
It's fine. Once the summertime comes, I always tell myself that. Once next month comes, Disenchanted. Oh, you guys, get your tickets to see Disenchanted. It's so good.
It's hysterical.
Like, it's so funny.
You know what? I was going to post this in their Facebook group last night, but I didn't because I thought it would look cheesy. But I will tell you this. So I have gone to their rehearsal a few times and stopped in, whatever.
Right.
And the thing that always makes me excited about the show, other than the fact they're all amazing and they sound amazing.
Of course, yeah.
They're having so much fun.
Right.
And I go to their rehearsals, they're laughing, they're having a good time, they like each other. Like, it is like the best thing to see, and it makes me happy every time I go. Like it always makes me happy when I go to their rehearsals and seeing how much fun they're having. And then I feel a little FOMO because I'm like, I wish I was having this much fun. You know? Like
Yeah, because it's been a hot minute. Sometimes you get those serious shows and things like that. But
and this cast seems to just click. Like they like each other, or so it seems. I don't know. Maybe there's drama that I don't know about, but like they all seem like they like each other and that life is grand. And it makes me just giddy, and I cannot wait for the show because that's going to come across on stage. Like you're going to see that they're having fun doing it too. So
disclaimer, of course, you know, there's lots of there's lots that just parents, please read it before you take your children, before you take like, oh my goodness gracious. It's a great show, but you need to read up on it. It's a great for adults and adults who, you know, can handle it.
not appropriate for all ages or all people.
For all people.
Felicia would love the show. Karen,
she will be there every single time.
Karen is not going to be a great person for this show.
Although I will say, let me tell you guys, if I know somebody named Karen, if we know you, don't take it to heart, boo. It's not you. It's not you.
You're right. You
It's
are
persona and that people joke about. Okay. We love you, Karen.
And Felicia's equally.
Yes, equally. We need them both. We need y'all in this world. We need both in the world. We do.
Everybody matters.
For every yin, there's a yang. For an up, there's a down. There's a left and a right and a wrong, a light and a dark.
Every Mario has his.
So much.
Anyway, on that note, I've got to go because I'm going to be murdered later. So,
oh God.
I love you all. Have the best day ever. We'll talk to you later. Bye.